Good at saying it's fine when it wasn't. You turn your face to the window, I pretend not to notice. Two people in one room, still alone. I know I wasn't easy, I know I got it wrong, but I was learning how to love while holding on. Heaven knows I tried. I gave you what I had. It wasn't always pretty, but it wasn't all that bad. Heaven knows I stayed longer than my pride. Maybe I fell short, but heaven knows I tried. I could have said it softer, could have listened more, could have held you closer when you walked toward the door. But love ain't a straight line. It bends, it bruises, it breaks. Sometimes you don't see the damage till it's too late. If I could go back now, I'd say what I couldn't then. Heaven knows I tried, through the doubt and fear, through the nights we barely slept, and the mornings thick with tears. Heaven knows I fought for what we had inside. Didn't turn out right, but heaven knows I tried. Maybe love's not measured by the way it ends. Maybe it's the way you show up again and again. I'm not asking for forgiveness, not saying I was right. Just don't rewrite the story like I didn't try. Heaven knows I tried. Heaven knows I tried. With everything I knew, every broken piece of me reached out for you. Heaven knows I failed. Heaven knows I failed. But I never lied. If love was all I had, heaven knows I tried. Heaven knows I tried. Heaven knows I tried. You say keep it down, keep it clean. Don't let them see what's underneath. I learned early how to smile, how to swallow fire. Put my anger on a shelf, call it being quiet. Pressure don't disappear, it just waits right. They said be calm, be patient, don't burn every bridge. But fire kept building under my ribs. I tried playing smaller, tried fitting the frame, but silence felt heavier than taking the blame. You can cage a sound, but it shakes the ground. I don't break quiet, I don't bend knee. If I got something to say, you'll feel it in the bow. I don't break quiet, I don't disappear when the walls start shaking. That's just me in here. You don't get to mute me. You don't get to choose me. I kept it in, I held it tight, but I was never built to go down quiet. I don't break quiet, I don't go soft. Every scar I carry loud. I don't break quiet, I don't go cold. When I finally rise, I take control. Anymore, ceiling staring back like a war. Every thought a loaded gun, click, but never done. I keep my calm in daylight skin, but night cuts deeper underneath it. Footsteps in the back of my brain, calling my name again. Please, you don't see I hide it while I play it safe. But when the lights go down, shadows know my name. They whisper it slow, they live in the corners where nobody goes. Shadows know my name. They follow me home even when I run alone. If I say it out loud, do they lose control? Know my name, but they don't own me. I walk through the dark, now it shows me. Shadows know my name. Yeah, they tried to claim, but I'm still standing. I'm not the same. Didn't see you in the daylight, didn't hear you in the noise, just a whisper in the midnight when I had no other choice. I was strong on the outside, breaking down alone, try to hold the whole world on shoulders made of stone. When the lights went out and I lost my spark, that's where I found you. I built my faith in the dark when I couldn't see the dawn, brick by brick through the doubt. When I thought you were gone, every prayer felt small, but you were there all along. I built my faith in the dark. Now I know where I belong. Yeah. Didn't come with flashing signs, didn't split the sky in two, just a quiet kind of mercy breaking through. Every scar became a story, every fall became a step. You were teaching me surrender in the places I wept. When my strength ran out and my heart was marked, that's where you met me. I built my faith in the dark, through the fear and the ache. When I couldn't find the answers, you were making a way. Every question I asked, every tear in the night was a seed in the soil you were bringing to life. I don't need the mountain if I have your hand. I don't need the spotlight if you are by side. You didn't leave me when I couldn't see. You didn't move when I doubted everything. You didn't leave me when I couldn't see. You didn't move when I doubted everything. I built my faith in the dark when my world fell apart. Every broken piece of me was held in your heart. Now the light's breaking through, but I won't forget it was down in the dark where my faith was House had walls, but they didn't hold much. Plates on the table, but no one touched. We said I'm fine, like it meant something. Learn real young how to feel nothing. Mama worked late, Daddy stayed gone. We learned how to live without leaning on each other. You don't miss what you never had, but you feel the weight of something bad. I was raised when love was real, like the rain in the desert air. We had rules, we had prayer, but no one said I care. My home. I don't blame nobody now. We were doing what we knew. You can't pour from empty hands, yeah, when they were empty too. But it leaves a mark on the way you love, makes you pull away when it gets too much. I still flinch when someone gets close, still mistake peace for something about to explode. I'm learning slow what I never saw. Love ain't weakness, love ain't war. I was raised where love was rare, like a quiet unanswered prayer. Now I'm trying to repair all that empty air. Yeah, I was raised where love was rare, but I don't live there anymore. I'm breaking what I learned before, letting something in the door. Just because it wasn't there, don't mean it can't be here. If I tremble when you hold me, it ain't you, it's old ghosts learning something new. I was raised where love was real, but I'm choosing different now. If my hands shake when I care, I'm not backing down. Yeah, I was raised where love was rare, but I won't repeat that past. I'm building something that can last, something real at last. Love ain't real. Love ain't real. Love ain't saying things we didn't mean. Door slam, tires spinning, making a scene. By morning it was quiet, just coffee and regret. Funny how the silence says what we forget. When the smoke clears out and the pride burns down, dust settles on the truth. After all the shouting's through, when the heat cools off, it shows what we couldn't see. Dust settles on the truth, and it ain't always kind, but it's honest, it's real, and it don't pick sides. Yeah, dust settles on the truth. I could blame the whiskey, you could blame the past. We could both say sorry and still not last. Sometimes love gets buried under words we throw, but once the dust falls quiet, you know what you know. When the air gets still and the room goes cold, dust settles on the truth, like it's been waiting there. Under all the noise, under all that fear, dust settles on the truth. No matter what we say, it don't raise its voice, but it don't fade away. Maybe we love don't disappear, just changes shape overnight. I'm not mad anymore, just seeing it clear. What we tried to protect was already cracked, my dear. Dust settles on the truth, and it lands where it will. On the parts we can't undo, on the parts we never will. Dust settles on the truth when the storm moves on. What's left standing is what was strong. That's the truth.
You thought I'd tap out.
I'm still in the game, still moving the same. Took hits, didn't quit, now I'm doubling the flame. I'm still in the game, no bench, no break. They counted me out, that was their mistake. They said the clock was ticking, I said it's coming. Pressure on my chest, that's just refining. I learned from losses, adjusted the frame. If it didn't fit my vision, I cut the chain. No loud announcements, just silent grind. You were watching the score, I was watching my mind. I bend, don't break, that's the difference we make. I'm still in the game, through the heat and the rain. Every scar on my skin, just part of the campaign. I'm still in the game, yeah, I stay through the pain. If you thought I was done, better think again. Yeah, I don't flex, I focus, I don't brag, I build. Every setback sharpen, every doubt killed. You talk about pressure, I breathe in that zone. You fold under weight, I carry my own. No shortcuts, no safety, no crowd to applaud. I bet on myself, that's the hardest call. They wanted the headline, not the grind. They wanted the shine, not the time, not the time, not the time. If the stakes get higher, I rise with them. If the walls close in, I widen them. If the stakes get higher, I rise with them. If the walls close in, I widen. Still in the game, still here, still sharp, built thick skin with a steel line heart. I'm still in the game. Every loss my claim. You can doubt my name, but I'll stay the same.
You call it pressure, I call it trading.
You call it pressure, better. You call it pressure. You call it pressure. Yeah, they thought the weight would fold me, crush rims, control me. Back against concrete, nobody to hold me. Every doubt I absorb, they see what I stand through. Pressure builds this backbone, bend I don't break. Every hit made me stronger, every loss raised the stakes. Pressure builds this backbone, stone my stone. If it didn't kill me, it made me my own. It made me my own. I was underestimated, calculated wrong. They confused being quiet with being God. I was studying angles, building when they slept. Every note I collected turned to self-respect. No handouts, no rescue, just grit and perspective. If the door stayed locked, I built the exit. You see the calm in my eyes, but it forged in the fire. Pressure builds this backbone through the heat and doubt. Every time they close me in, I push back out. Pressure builds this backbone. I earned this tone. You hear the tower now, but I built it alone. It wasn't luck, it was a load. If it gets heavier, I get steadier. If it gets darker, I get better. If it gets heavier, I get steadier. If it gets darker, I get better. If it gets heavier, pressure builds this backbone. There's no fear left to show. Every scar I carry is a trophy I know. Pressure builds this backbone. Now I stand strong. If it didn't break me, it made me belong. It made me belong. I used to talk to ceilings like they had answers for me. Every doubt had a voice, and it was louder than me. Kept my dreams in my pocket, like loose change and regret. Spent years saying maybe instead of not yet. I was waiting for permission, for a sign I couldn't see. It was the day I finally believed that the fear didn't know me, that the voice in my head wasn't strong. then I chose myself. It was the day I finally believed that the ceiling could break, that the version I saw in my head wasn't fake. Yeah, the day I finally believed wasn't loud, wasn't big, just a quiet decision to live like I meant to live. That was the day. That was the day I believed. Never slept, learned early how to stand when the ground beneath him shook. Hands shaking, still steady, voice small but ready. Nobody told him he could win, so he didn't wait for permission. They said, keep your said, watch me now. He was the boy